Write the standard form equation of the line which passes through 1, -1, and -5, -5. Well, in this problem, we're given 2 points and we want to write the standard form equation for that line. Well, that means we can use point slope form, right? Y minus y1 equals x minus x1, and that's point slope form. Well, to use point slope form, well, first we have to find m, which is the slope. Well, slope, which is m, the slope is rise over run. And well, the rise is just a difference in the y-coordinates. It doesn't matter which order you subtract them. So let's see, I'll do negative, kind of bigger for you, -1 minus -5 over, well, in that same order, the x-coordinates have to be subtracted, so it has to be 1 minus -5. So while simplifying this, let's see, -1, well, minus a negative is +5, so -1 plus 5 is 4 over 1 plus 5, 4/6, and simplifying that even farther, we get the slope, m, is 2/3. So now we have a y, y1, and x, and x1. Well, we can plug one of these points in for y1 and x1, but it has to be plugged in for y1 and x1. Since, well, x and y are just, well, they're variables. That in the end, we have ax plus by equals c. But on the other hand, y1 and x1, they're points on the coordinate plane, and then we can plug in for y1 and x1, right? So while doing that, let's see, the y1 is the y-coordinate of our point, and well, you probably know now, I'm plugging in this point since, well, they're just ones, and it's probably easier for us to calculate. So, well, here we have x minus the x-coordinate of our coordinate, which is 1. So y minus -1 equals 2/3 times x minus 1. And while in here, well, we have y minus the negative, which means adding y plus 1 equals 2/3 x. Again, I'm just factoring out this side. And minus 2/3 times 1 is 2/3. So now, oh, this is kind of looking like slope-intercept form, right? Only you just have to subtract that last little 1 over there. And we just get y equals 2/3 x minus, well, you could say 1 and 2/3, but well, 1 and just 3/3. So that means minus 5/3, and this is slope-intercept form, right? Y, which is just y, equals the slope 2/3 times x minus minus 5/3, which means our b is -5/3. I mean, the problem is this is slope-intercept form, but we want to write that equation in standard form. So, well, to convert to standard form, we need ax plus by equals c. So that means adding 5/3 from both sides. We get 5/3 equals moving the y over, or subtracting y. You get 2/3 x minus y, and this kind of looks like standard form, right? Ax plus by, or 1y here, equals c, which is 5/3. But there's 3 restrictions for our standard form too, since, well, first of all, it has to be in this order, right? Ax plus by equals c. So, well, this equation fits it, right? It's yeah, it fits that like thing. And the second restriction is that a has to be greater than 0, or a is positive. And sure enough, a is positive, right? 2/3 is positive. And the last restriction is what makes this wrong, since since that one says that there is no common divisor in this for a, b, and c. Or since that means, well, then you can simplify that standard form equation further. And here, well, there is a common divisor, right? We can multiply by 3 on both sides to get rid of the fraction. So that one we have to fulfill really quick, multiplying by 3 on both sides. And we get our final